name is Richie. I grew up from a Christian background. My mom is a Christian, and so we used to follow her to church on almost every Christian organizations that we hear about and Christian gatherings. But then I actually didn't have the father-son relationship with God that most Christians do have and those that we met around. So there was something I was missing from there. And moreover, I grew up with my stepfather who was quite abusive, and I just wanted that father figure in my life. Even though he was just the father figure that I knew, but I didn't get that connection with him. And I would see my friends with their fathers and how they are always happy with each of them. Like everything was just perfect, like just how I actually wanted for myself. But I actually didn't get something like that. So there was one time in the morning. It was a weekend, a Saturday, and I had just woken up, brushing my teeth, and then I heard a preach on the radio. And the preacher was talking about relationship that Christians have with God, and it's like a child and their father. And upon hearing that, I started asking lots of questions that how come I'm not actually getting that connection with God? Is it something I've done? Like, is it something I don't know about? But then as the preaching went on, I felt I felt heaviness in my heart. I felt like a burden that I have to recognize something and run to God. So I actually cried. I cried whilst the preaching was going on. And then after the preach, I went to pray. So I prayed and I told God that I'm ready to be His son. And if He is ready, He should also accept me and then be my father. And just as I confessed those words, I felt the heaviness out of my chest. The burden was all out, and I felt warmth and peace deep down within me. And ever since that time, I would just look up to the skies when it's like Father's Day, and I would say Happy Father's Day to God. And I could say that ever since that period, I have actually had the peace and that connection that I need from a father with me ever since then. I joined Freedom Church somewhere in 2017. Yeah, somewhere in 2017, around say November, thereabouts. It was almost Christmas. And there was this thing that I was actually struggling with, that is unforgiveness and not being able to trust people because of my background. But then when I joined Freedom Church with the help of Pastor Martin, I had a one-on-one conversation with him where he told me about, he actually taught me about how to forgive, with the process of forgiveness, calling out to the people that I need to forgive them, and just accepting within me that I have forgiven them, and there's nothing that I'm holding against them. He prayed over me. And yeah, from there, I've actually had that sense of forgiveness in me that I really don't hold things in me anymore ever since that time till now. So my life has actually changed drastically from unforgiveness to being able to forgive people and trusting people as well.